Welcome to my first video and the premiere of our three-part series, Pulse and Precision, the Global South Africa Experiment. I'm so glad you're here. This series is an exploration of South African stories, the real, the raw, and the remarkable. We are using a docu-fiction approach to share narratives inspired by real-life events, using artificial intelligence to visualize the highs, the lows, and the daily realities of our nation. Our goal is simple: to bring awareness and grounded facts to the world about what South Africans navigate every day. A quick but important note for our audience and the platform. While the themes and events in this series are drawn from public records and media reports regarding our government and social landscape, the characters and specific locations you see have been generated using AI. These individuals do not exist, and any resemblance to real persons is purely coincidental. We are using this technology to protect the privacy of those involved in the original stories while still speaking the truth. I've included links to the original news reports and public data in the show notes if you'd like to dive deeper into the facts behind these stories. Thank you for your support as we launch this experiment. Please follow us on our other social media channels to stay part of the movement. Let's get into it. Take a second, just one. Look at the screen in your hand or the laptop on your desk. Whether you're catching the morning mist in London, dodging the midnight rush in New York, or seeing the sun hit the skyline in Singapore, we're all supposedly synced to the same global clock. But let's be real. Before we dive into the deep end, I want to see where the map is lighting up today. Drop your city and your time zone in the comments. I want to see exactly who is tuning in and where you are in your day. The world likes to think of time as a straight line, a cold to-do list. But here in South Africa, time is a conversation. We aren't just a nation of big history and heart transplants. We're a nation of people who know how to make a plan when the lights go out or the tech fails. From the deep mining crews in the reef to the scientists at the square-kilometer array looking at the birth of stars, we've always known how to bridge the gap between what is and what's possible. We know how to move fast, but we also know when to move right. Globally, now is a command. It's a deadline. But here we have the trinity of time, and it's about more than just being late. Now is the acknowledgement. It means the gears are turning, but don't hold your breath just yet. Now is the high priority gear. That's the sweet spot. It's efficient, intentional, and it's happening. Just now? That's not a delay. It's a promise that the job will be done with soul. It's Ubuntu in practice. It means I'm not going to cut a human connection short just to satisfy a machine's stopwatch. We aren't just broadcasting. We're experimenting. We are using AI to visualize a collision, taking the world's busiest, most rigid cities and redesigning them with a South African heart. We're looking at the serious science of our skies and the hilarious, unfiltered truth of our streets. So grab your coffee, your rooibos, or something cold. We're going live. Right now. Look at the chat right now. What's the timestamp where you are? We're scattered across every meridian, yet we're all tethered to the same digital heartbeat. The world has become this massive synchronized engine. In the north and the east, productivity isn't just a goal, it's the religion. If you aren't early, you are late. If you aren't optimized, you're invisible. But let's be honest. Have you noticed that the more tech we use to save time, the less time we actually have to live? In this experiment, we're using AI to look at the South African concept of time, not as a failure to be punctual, but as a masterpiece of human connection. When I tell you now, I'm making a choice. I'm saying that the person in front of me, the eye contact we're making, the Ubuntu we're practicing, is more valuable than a notification on a watch. In Tokyo, a minute is a resource to be spent. In Johannesburg or Cape Town, a minute is a gift to be shared. It's the difference between efficiency and presence. But don't mistake our rhythm for a lack of precision. South Africa is where time-critical innovation is born from necessity. In 1967, Chris Barnard didn't have the luxury of just now. He performed the first heart transplant in the most high-stakes now in medical history. Today, we host the Square Kilometre Array, the SKA, the world's largest radio telescope, capturing signals from the literal dawn of time. We know how to be precise. So why the now humor? Because we've learned that life is unpredictable. We live with the schedule, the reality that sometimes the lights go out and the grid fails. But when the power drops, the mechanical clock stops. You're forced to pause. You light a candle, you sit with your people, and you talk. You rediscover that time doesn't belong to the utility company. It belongs to you. Some of you haven't been off the clock in months or years. It makes you wonder, how does a country with a just now reputation lead the world in deep tech? It's a fair question. The answer is resilience. When you live in a landscape that is as beautiful as it is demanding, you don't just follow the rules, you rewrite them. We don't just work hard, we work clever. Look at the US. You guys love your swimming pools. But the creepy crawly, the world's first automated pool cleaner, that was born in a South Africa's backyard. While the rest of the world was manually scrubbing tiles, a South African decided he'd rather be having a braai with his friends.
so he engineered a way for the poo to manage itself. That is the genius of Now. It's finding the shortest, smartest path to freedom. And it's not just home tech. If you've ever had a CAT scan in London, USA, EU or Singapore, you're looking at the legacy of South African physicist Alan Cormack. We are a nation that looks deep into the human body, into the deepest gold mines on Earth, and into the soul of what it means to be a community. Right now, in 2026, we are building the Hydrogen Valley. We are a living lab for green energy, and the EU is watching our blueprints closely. We are innovating our way out of the dark. But here's the South African punchline. We can launch a satellite into orbit, but we still haven't figured out how to keep a robot, that's a traffic light for my internationals, working during a thunderstorm. And honestly, that's the beauty of it. We are a high-contrast mix of high-tech and high humanity. We lead the world in deep mining engineering, but we will still bring the N1 highway to a standstill to let a tortoise cross the road. To the audience in NYC or Tokyo, could you imagine a 3-lane highway waiting for a tortoise or a zebra? In South Africa, that tortoise is on just now time, and we respect that. He'll get there when he gets there.
Before we move on, I want to ask you a question. When was the last time you actually lost track of time because you were so present in a moment? Take a breath. I want to take you to a place where time, as the world defines it, simply doesn't exist. Imagine you're standing in the middle of the Northern Cape, in the Karoo. It's a landscape that looks like the surface of Mars, but the sky is a blue so deep it feels like it's vibrating. This is the heart of South Africa and the home of the SKA, the Square Kilometre Array. Now, for my friends in London, NYC and Singapore, let's try a sensory experiment. Close your eyes for just 3 seconds and listen. What do you hear? The hum of an AC unit? The distant wail of a siren? The ping of a notification you probably shouldn't check? That's the symphony of extreme noise. It's a digital fog that never truly lifts. Your brain is exhausted from filtering it out. But in the Karoo, we've created a sanctuary of silence. This is a radio quiet zone. It's a place so silent that even a single cell phone is basically a biological weapon against science.
If you drive into the heart of the SKE site, your phone must be off. Not on silent, not on airplane mode. Off. Because the radio waves from your 3 a.m. Instagram scroll are millions of times louder than the whispers these dishes are searching for. Think about the grit it took to get here. The SKE wasn't a gift, it was a global battle. South Africa went head to head with the world to host the most advanced scientific instrument ever built. We won because of our geography, yes, but also because of our engineering heart. As of 2026, we've hit the first fringes milestone, with our dishes finally working together as one giant cosmic ear. Why go to all this trouble? To hear the first light. We're looking back 13 billion years to the birth of the first stars. While the world obsesses over the next minute of the stock market, our scientists are obsessing over the first minute of the universe. In the great global cities, noise is productivity, but in the Karoo, quiet is discovery. It's the ultimate South African paradox. Our traffic lights might fail in a storm, yet we are the only ones quiet enough to hear a star explode across the galaxy. So let's kill the noise and see what happens when we finally stop rushing.
I want to talk about Ubuntu. You've heard the word, maybe from Mandela or Tutu, and it's often translated as I am because we are. But in a world of me, and faster, Ubuntu is actually the ultimate disruption. It's the reason our time is flexible. In South Africa, if I'm late to a meeting because I stopped to help a neighbor whose car broke down, I'm not being unprofessional. I'm being human. My humanity is more important than the calendar. Singapore, I know you live by the efficiency code. London, I know the tube schedule is your Bible. But I challenge you. Tomorrow, give someone your now. Give them 15 minutes where the phone stays face down. Give them a just now. Not because it's a task on a dashboard, but because you care about the connection. We are a nation of 12 official languages now, including sign language. But time is the one language that connects us all. We've survived a history that would have snapped other nations. We've come through the fire, and we've come out smiling, dancing, and inventing. We aren't lazy. We are selective. We select what matters. And what matters is people. So as you look at these AI images of a world where Ubuntu is the architecture, where cities are built for walking and talking, not just commuting, take a breath. The world won't end if you're 5 minutes late to a Zoom call, but the world might just get a little better if you use those 5 minutes to be kind.